very spoilt here on the Rietspruit Reserve. How awesome is that, guys? Right past the front of our truck. Look at that, everybody. They are just unreal. Hello and welcome to the Painted Dog TV Sunday Sunset Safari Spectacular with me, Brent Smith. I have Andrew on camera, we have Virm in final control, and we're looking for elephants. It's been a warm day. I am exceedingly grateful that I think the worst of winter is over. It's been over 30 degrees Celsius today. I'm so confident it's going to stay warm. I didn't even bring my leg blankie with me this afternoon. But on a hot day like this, I'm sure the Ellies are parched. They're looking for a drink. So I think they're going to be around this area coming up here. There's a couple of water holes around. So that's where we're off to. And we got Hello Willow, Cookie, Connie, Barbara, Rosemary, Betty, Deneen, Di. Whoops, Rock. Elsa. And Becky, I think I said hello already. No, I didn't. Well, if I missed you, say hello again, and I'll catch you at the bottom. Of course, it's been a little bit of a sad week. We spent some wonderful time with the cheetah and cubs, and unfortunately the male lion did kill 2 of the cubs a couple of days ago. There is 1 cub still remaining and was seen healthy. Now there's a much better chance of her being able to raise that cub to adulthood just being by itself. One of the things is that there's less likely for them to time for them to play with 3 cubs playing, running around. It does make them a bit more of a little bit more vulnerable. So let's hopefully she manages to raise that cub to adulthood. Now, we were all wrong with who we thought that cheetah was. I thought it was the new younger female, but after looking at my photographs, it is indeed Bye-bye. So the original female cheetah also had 5 cubs. Oh, sneaky. I thought there might be a drag mark, but it was not. There's an elephant dragging its feet. Hello, Mary. So the Ellies were last in this big block off to our right here, but there's water up ahead. So we're going to shoot for the water. An exciting show tonight as well. That's Wild at 7. Gareth will be hosting it solo, talking about his favorite animal, which is of course a leopard, with Marine from the Ingwe Leopard Trust. Leopard? Yes. So I'm just checking to make sure there's no tracks of the elephants crossing out here. What is that? I'm almost certain it's a warthog, but let's just double check. It's quite a distance down the road there, Andrew. Just the shape of the ears made me think warthog. Yes, it's a warthog. See it, Andrew? Yep. Hi, Guido. Hello, wart pig. A long distance wart pig. Well, we found something that's grey and got tusks, but a little bit smaller than what we're looking for. Okay, let's carry on our adventures for the elephants. It was about half an hour, 45 minutes ago that the bull's collar showed he was in this area. Now, if he's going to come have a drink, he probably would have come to have a drink in one of my swimming holes. I've swum in this reservoir a few times in the heat of summer when we've been out filming for a long time. And if the Ellies had been here in the last half an hour, there would be a lot more sign of water being splashed about. I'm hearing some oxpeckers. There could be some other animals around, or the oxpeckers might have come for a drink. Sitting up on top of the tree. Area is good for rhinos. Actually good for everything. Also in the Rietspruit female leopards area. I don't know, Gareth was tracking her this morning. Indeed, Mary, it was like nature gave us such a special time with those cheetah cubs before the tragedy. Thank you, Betty. Yes, it was always sad when cubbies get killed, but it is quite normal. I mean, cheetah mortality rates in the wild are as high as 80% depending on the area. This is the new road I was looking for. If we can find the elephants before they get to water, that'll be first prize, and stick with them and get to watch them as they excitedly charge or do that famous elephant water walk. Interesting enough, for the birders out there, one or two of the early migrants have arrived. I report that Wahlberg's eagle seen in town, and we saw our first yellow-billed kite in front of camp yesterday morning. Yeah. So quite often it is sometimes the birds of prey that arrive a bit early. Of course, come November, it'll be betting time again. Betting on the day we see our first baby impala and on the first woodlands kingfisher. About half an hour ago, this is the area the elephants were in. And there's a chance they might try to push through towards Lowveld Dam if they want to swim. Stuff. Can I see it? Three moving ahead. No, I think it was just me and my imagination. Good morning, Marcy. Trying to get excited, thinking I'd have spotted an elephant from a distance. those tracks, it looks like he went this way. I'm not sure if it's the rest of the herd, or he was this morning. Oh dear. He decided that's a bit of a big tree for the jackal to push, so I'm gonna have to go around. Oh, these elephants are loving it here. So keep your eyes peeled around here, Andrew. Look quite fresh, that tree down. Can smell elephant. Oh. This one wasn't dead though. That's very and this is really, really fresh. It's still damp. Smells so nice. So good and clean and fresh. Tra-la-la. I think how such a big animal can hide so easily. Another fresh feeding sign here. Let's have a little listen quickly.
I'm not sure what number.
Can't hear anything. Let's just keep checking through this area. If they do decide to just walk, they can cover a huge distance quite quickly. Could just be in one of these thickets.
Yeah, I checked. You put them outflow. That's in Kombi. It must be in at the Hippo Road side because they're hitting a little bit now.
Come on, Eddie's where you hide. So the tracks have gone that way, so we might have to loop around the block. No tracks coming through here. They might have looped back towards the water. Okay, doesn't look like they've come this far. you down here and loop back around. Hello, Michael. Yes, for an animal that weighs nearly 6 tons, can camouflage themselves quite well. We'll see if there's any tracks crossing here, then they might have headed towards Lowveld Dam, which is an area I want to go check a little bit later. It's where Gareth last had tracks of a female leopard. So this morning, this is also the area where the young black rhino bull was seen. Would like to know, Brent, do you believe that it's possible that there could be a leopard or cheetah on one of the well-known reserves living out its life completely undetected by anyone? 100% yes. 100% yes. More likely leopard than cheetah, but there are a lot of cheetah in Kruger that probably have never seen a cow. People have never seen them, particularly in the northern areas, and leopard in Kruger, lots of leopards that have never seen a cow or a human. But yes, I 100% believe that there are unknown animals that have not been, well, when we say detected, I haven't ever been seen physically, but you will see their tracks and their sign. Just a glorious afternoon. Glorious, I tell you. So it's been hot. I'm sure those Ellies are going to go for another drink this afternoon. Check Kudu before we head back to where we came from with those Ellies. And dive back to what you were saying. I mean, even in the southeast of our reserve here, I mean, there's a female leopard that we know she's there, but I think I've seen her for about 3 seconds once on foot. We see her tracks and we see sign of her, but just she is very, very skittish and sniggy.
Last picnic east of Ipotem.
Back to check.
Can I join you?
Got some rhino tracks here, white rhino.
There's no need of asking. You asking for him.
the Ellie tracks from this morning going the other way. And a big troop of baboons around here as well. Going to check the water quickly. On the trail camera, this is sort of the area where the black rhino cow and calf are seen quite frequently. But no, nothing here today. No signs of the Ellie's drinking here either, okay. Head back towards Lemundering. Yes, Michael, female cheetah was seen with her remaining cub this morning. It's saying earlier in the drive, it's a much greater chance of her getting that single cub to adulthood. And in case you missed it, we were all wrong. It's not the new female. It was Mabai, indeed, was the mother. As soon as I started looking at the photographs I took the other day, I was like, whoops, we've all been wrong. It is indeed Mabai, not the young female.
Yeah, point of contact. Just come Crocodile Junction.
Half expecting to see that elephant walk the road in front of us as we head toward the water.
Keep coming.
We've looped this block. He must be inside, or at least the one bull must be inside this thick area off to the south of us. I don't find any sign of him coming out. So I think what we're going to do is going to stop and have a listen. We're in for quite a sunset this evening as well. Bit of a treat. We're heading into my favorite time of the year from a game viewing point of view. As we head towards the back end of the dry season, it starts to get hot, dusty. Your sunsets are spectacular, but your game viewing is just too good for words. As the animals are sort of forced onto the remaining water points, grass gets a bit scarce, and it's when you do get some of your more interesting interactions between prey and predator, or even elephant and rhino, all not drinking around the water holes. My favorite time from safari is from now through to the first rains, which is normally the second week of November. The one thing, it can be quite hot during that period. No, he hasn't beaten us here. Okay, let's go have a look at Lemundering, and let's go have a little listen down there. Often quite a lot happening at Lemundering, bird-wise. So on a hot day like this, quite a lot of shade there. Not a bad spot. sea baboons. Baboons. Keeping an eye on us. Hello, Boba Jans. That's a good one to listen. Always find there's something going on down here.
Any updates?
3 rhino, hippo dam, pride at Wild Dog Dam, 2 male cheetah, I think still the southern end of Boskamp airstrip, and we're following up on the Ellies around Lumunda and no luck yet, and 2 Leadwood stations on Blowbunk.
Are there any stations near the cheetah on the airstrip?
Not that I'm aware.
Copy, we're nearly there. We're going to go down the airstrip. We'll have a look.
Let's move a little bit forward. The baboon's being a bit shy. I think there's always good birds around here. And a spot, a little spot. Drink. Bird species. Kind of elephants. They're going to go and drink in that little. What have we got on top? We've got some dark-capped bulbuls up high. Grey-headed sparrows. They might come down to drink again if we sit quietly. Yeah, see there. What do we got there? Oh, it's flown. Look, dark-capped bulbuls. Oh, and there's a canary and a dark-capped bulbul. Oh, canary just flew. Might come down again. Yellow-eyed canary. Two dark-capped bulbuls. As I said, we're just listening to hopefully hear the earlies. Very still and quiet. Now, if any of you are new and you're wondering why your questions might not be answered. The question function is available to our pack members. So if you're a Painted Dog TV pack member, you are able to ask questions of the guides for both these free live safaris and as well as the chat show. That's Wild at 7 p.m. Central African time tonight. And of course, a very exciting show. Gareth's going to be hosting the show with Marine, and it's all going to be about leopards. Marine is from Ingwe Leopard Research. I'm very excited. Gareth's very excited, of course, since leopards are his favourite animal. Maybe I should go show Gareth how to find leopards this afternoon. Of course, there's always a bit of healthy competition between us. Those are dark-capped bulbuls, Marcy. Marcy was wondering what those birds were. Dark-capped bulbuls. But I can't hear the elephants, so let's go see what else we can find. I hear a diesel vehicle. I wonder if it's Dad. My dad also lives on the reserve, but I don't think it's Dad yet. How's it? Last tracks of the Ellie's going to this block over here, and they haven't come out. I've done a big loop around.
The reservoir.
Yeah. And I've taken that new road that goes through, and they're somewhere sort of between Seskan South and the new road in the reservoir block. I can.
This road come down, see it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was doing. Cheers, Simon.
Where you go? Are you going to tell them?
I'm going to hang around this area for a bit, see if I can hear them.
At the cliff, at the reservoir.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, Simon's got the same plan as us, trying to find their heffalumps. Gotta stay hydrated, it's hot today. Michael wants to know, is it possible that we might habituate some of the male leopards? Yes, in time, definitely. So in the far sort of northeast, there is a habituated male that actually came from Thorny Bush originally, and then set up his territory over there, but he was quite old already, so he's been pushed, and there's some of the younger males that are moving in that are definitely on the cards for habituation, or they've come from areas where they're a little bit less skittish. So it's one of the, yes, we will get relaxed males. It just takes a bit of time, but for the moment we're just focusing on the females. And while we're looking and listening for elephants, it's always fun to do a spot of birding. There we go. Oh, shiny, shiny, pretty, pretty. You see him there, Andrew. Cape Glossy Starling.
I'm here on Blowbank, I think that's number 4.
And the Cape Glossy Starling, you can see that beautiful effervescent sheen. When starlings start to lose that bright colour, it's actually one of the first signs that they're losing condition, because there is that sort of shiny effervescence is very important when it comes to mating. And females are not going to choose a boy with a dull coat or a dull set of feathers. There we go. Oh, so beautiful, shining brightly in the sun, afternoon sun. It's not uncommon to get quite large flocks of them at the moment. the dry season. Oh, saw something to eat. Let's try and get a bit closer to him. Oh, there's an African hoopoo over there. Let me see if I can get you a gap for the African hoopoo, Andrew. You see it? See the whites? Yeah. You fly? Birds like to give cameramen a lot of pain. There's a little Sabota lark here on the ground. You see him? There we go, you got him. Very nice little Sabota lark. Might be a new one for some of your bird lists. If he hangs around. There we go. My little lark. I'm sure these eddies are close. Now, for those of you who might be new to Painted Dog and wondering where in the world are we are on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. We're just outside the little town of Rietspruit. It is a private reserve made up of 3 different properties: Ledwood Big Game Estate, Kaya and Lowveld, and Blowbank. We are currently on Blowbank, which is where we live as well, it is about 15,000 acres. It is fenced, but we have elephants, lions, cheetahs, rhinos, both black and white. We have various different general game: serval, caracal, jackal, both black-backed, side-striped. And it is a spectacular reserve with great views. We're just underneath the Drakensberg Mountains. And it also gives us really great bird life, because we've got a bit of a crossover, and particularly with tree species, of some of the montane species or wetter area species that have come down in the drainage systems onto the Rietspruit. But it is a very, very special part of the world, and we're very lucky to be able to call it home. Just gonna wait for these elephants to appear. Maybe we should go down, have a look at a different waterhole, see if the rhinos are around there. Check the elephant collar quickly. Is this the road? I missed the road. Am I too early? Too late. The road is over here. Only the big elephant bull has a satellite collar on him, and it doesn't ping all the time. And the herd were down here this morning, so we'll take a little gander through this area. swapping earpieces quickly. This doesn't seem to be working. Definitely need to find some new ones. Oh, bouncy bounce. Hello, Judith. Indeed, Marcy. That is amazing how quiet a 6-ton animal can be. Indeed, Judith, South Africa is quite spectacularly beautiful. The wildlife and the scenery, and the friendly people, of course. Well, the next collaring we're doing is in Japanese, and that is actually tomorrow. With Elephants Alive and Yuka. So Yuka's incredible Japanese fans have managed to raise enough money to pay for the collaring of an elephant in the Greater Kruger. So unfortunately that live stream is only going to be going out to the Japanese audience. And then our next conservation live stream will be with Grant Beverly from the Endangered Wildlife Trust about wild dogs. We've been filming with them quite a bit. I'm actually filming with them again on Tuesday. But due to the nature of where we've been working with Grant and some of the work we've been doing, unfortunately there will be all the footage, but we will then have Grant live in camp so you guys can ask him questions. So it's been quite snaring is quite the pandemic at the moment all over Africa. So thanks to the Painted Dog TV pack, we're able to make a donation to Grant to help cover some of the costs of the work he's been doing on snare removals in Kruger itself. And in Kruger itself is one of the reasons we can't actually live stream. It's in the national park. Or should I say can't live stream yet? We'll get there, don't worry. I'm working hard on it. And for those who don't know, all those conservation endeavors that Painted Dog is part of are always free so you can watch, but only our pack members are able to ask questions of the vets, the conservationists, the scientists that we work with. Heard something. Shush radio. A bit tricky in this wind sometimes. So we'll be figuring out when we're going to do that live chat with Grant. And then of course tonight, that's Wild's all leopards. And next weekend is all wild dogs, because it's International Wild Dog Day on Saturday, and then we'll be doing That's Wild on Sunday. So it'll be a wild dog focused show with our dear friend Grant. Oh, where did this wind come from? It's been such a... Now all of a sudden, windy again. Now that elephant collar is not downloading, which means he might be in one of the steep, thick drainage areas. Go check for some rhinos and then loop our way back up this way. Well, Marcy, you can go watch our interview with Dr. Pete if you just go back to episode 2 of That's Wild on YouTube. You're more than welcome to go watch the episode with the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Dr. Pete Rogers. Possibly one of the most skilled and experienced wildlife vets in the world. Hello, guys. We've got some little boy giraffe who look like they were about to have a little wrestle.
The elephant fine, they've had it done. One bit I'd like to approach these. Yeah, make your way straight in, Birdman. They're on the eastern side. It's probably best to come to the overflow on the west. Not few of them.
I'd also like to join. I'll be coming from Kudu Krip side.
Copy.
Okay, well, giraffes, we've just had a report that the Ellies have been spotted. They popped out of that block. So sorry, guys. And it sounds like they've gone to one of our big water holes, so they might go for a swim. So hold on. We're going to Ferrari safari to the elephants. That was the area we wanted to go look for the leopard a bit later as well. Whee! Now this is where you see if cameramen can hang on. Now, of course, all the elephants on this reserve, we were lucky enough to be there for their captures, their transport, all with the incredible Dr. Pete Rogers. There's not much that's going to slow me down and getting to these elephants, apart from maybe the black rhino or a leopard. Hold on, Andrew. Whoopah! Excellent question from Marcy. Marcy, I've noticed sometimes when veterans says they will use honey to put over the wound. Does this actually work? Very, very well. Actually, wrong way. Let's go the other way. That's faster. Very, very well, Marcy. So you do have certain bacteria that are antibiotic resistant. So honey works very, very well. So where did you lose those leopard tracks? On this road this morning?
With that little slip into that down this.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where Gareth and Andrew had leopard tracks this morning. So there's a good chance that female leopard we've been seeing quite frequently, we still have to give a proper name to. At the moment, what is he? Kudu 2-3 or Kudu 3-4? I can't remember. Because her mom is actually the Kudu Krip female, and then there's two young females that we see. One has set up her territory sort of way out, not too far away, but in the northern part of the reserve, northern central part of the reserve, and the female we see here quite regularly is all this area around here from Kudu Krip, Mundering, Leipadam, and up to our house. Actually been seen around our house a couple of times in the last little while. On the first of these Sunday free safaris we did, we had her trying to chase cheetahs. Correct, Michael. 2-3 female and the Lowveld of South Africa female are litter mates. They are sisters. So this one or the next one? The leopard tracks, Andrew. This one or the next one? Next one. We could get quite a special sighting with the elephants and the mountains. Putting foot. There we go. Oh yes, please. That is why we decided to rush as fast as possible. Okay, I'm just going to give you a quick look and then we're going to go around. Hold on. I'm going to get us into the best spot possible. Also, this is going to be very special. Hold on, Andrew, there's a bit of a bumpy bump coming. Happy? Okay, so the big boy is not with them. But there we go. Having the best time. Oh, look at that one. Oh, such a special sound. Having the absolute best time. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, so special. Ladies do love a good swim. Look at the little one trying to climb on the back. Absolutely wonderful. having the best time, guys. Here's some more happy trumpeting. Don't get cheeky with us now. Hang on. Just keep still, Andrew. Not sure what's upset them. Just don't move, Andrew. Just if you're gonna move very slowly. Hey! Enough now! Come on! Stop it! Stop it! Hey! Stop it! Go into the bush now. Behave yourself. Oh, there we go. What is this? Alright, look who's arrived. The big bull's arrived. That's what's caused all the problems. The big boy has arrived. And he's in must. And he's causing trouble. Well, that was exciting. So the big musk bull arrived. So that's what caused all the problem. The musk bull arrived. Andrew, how you doing?
That was awesome.
Yeah. He's like, why are you suddenly angry? It's because the musk bull arrived. Put my camera down. Oh, he's shaking the tree. He's causing all sorts of havoc, that big boy. Now, why are you coming running at us now again? Stop it. I won't stand for your nonsense. So it's that big bull who's causing all this trouble. Making all the girls upset. Everything was so nice and calm, and then the big bull arrived. This one nearly slipped and fell on its bum when it was charging us. Hey! Full of nonsense. Full of nonsense. And off we go. He's just busy forming the ellies. After all that drama, there's still drama going on with the big bull. See him causing trouble there. Well, I think we're going to leave the Ellies be. Go for it. Yeah, I think we're going to... Let's leave the Ellies be. A bit upset with that must bull causing all that trouble. That was fun. Yeah, so we went from very nice and calm to very not calm in 2 seconds.
Away from the dam. She's just getting mobile now.
Actually, sneak around that way. Well, let's maybe watch the Ellies from a bit of a distance for a while. Nah, do I feel like getting stuck today? How brave are we feeling, Andrew?
Brave.
It's a car. Didn't look too sticky. Problem is the Ellies make big holes and they go dig in the mud next to the water, so you don't know. Suddenly it doesn't look too sticky, and then all of a sudden
Along the track line, so maybe just wait there a little bit up.
there you go. Oh, look, there's a conversation happening between two of them.
Yeah, and just cut off before you finish that.
That's the big bull and the female. There's possibility that there is a female coming to estrus, but currently I'm not sure. Michael saying, was the behavior differ if one of the cows was in estrus and receptive to the bull? Not really. I just don't really particularly like must bulls running around and causing havoc. It's just very disruptive. And as I said, you've always got to be sort of on your, not on your toes, but aware of what's going on around. It doesn't sound like all the Ellies there. I think I heard some more, up ahead of us. But just the bull and one cow there. The rest of the herd is up in front of us. So maybe she is coming into estrus, that she's gone off and she's hanging out with the big boy. Look at that. It's all display. I'm looking for an update on the elephants.
Yeah, please, I'm on the binoculars, so I'd like to get a standby on that, please.
Come straight in. Some of the herd are moving east. One bull and one cow are still on leopard, sort of at the causeway area, but they are going to follow the rest of the herd shortly.
Is it okay for me to come down the woods?
AFM, no problem.
Copy, thank you.
Hello, Stacey. Welcome. Now this is the most sort of receptive we've seen a female with the big boy. And musts in elephant bulls can last months upon months. And it's going to be interesting to see how long this elephant must last, because he is by far the most dominant elephant in the area. The other bull's 10 years younger than him. So it's only going to be really 10 years before he's going to be able to compete with this chap. That does look very flirty, does it not? Just come to me. Okay. Oh, nice. After a good water bath, nothing like a good dust bath. The others are just behind you. The rest of the herd were just in, they came in sort of hanging around, they came and looked and then they went off again.
He's fiddling at a twat.
No, I think we might.
He's checking out the scenery, but there's nothing to be had.
No, not yet. But she might start, this could be the beginning of the first estrus. So with him being in musts coming in, it might,
So now he's checking it out.
Yeah, so, and their behavior, this is the first time they've really flirted with him.
The first time I've seen him actually putting his trunk and smelling the equipment.
Yes.
But I mean, will he mount her?
Not yet. I don't think she's in.
If she comes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Even though he's doctored.
He's not. None of them are doctored yet, because we've still got a few more birds before we have to control population. So
I
there's.
thought they were coming doctored.
No. Okay. It's only once we get to our threshold.
Okay, so now I understand.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. So we should still have another.
I thought they were already.
No, 3 or 4 babies. No, 3 or 4 babies before they get snipped.
I thought they were coming doctored.
No, they're very much not.
Well, obviously, otherwise he was going to like the lion. He's going to be firing.
Yes, exactly.
Firing, but nothing's going to happen. Yeah, okay. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Very nice. Yes, he causes havoc there.
Yeah, but I mean, she's since the beginning she's been very docile.
Yeah.
The collared female.
Yeah.
But towards the end, there were just so many vehicles, and she actually started getting aggro. And she charged me once, and I thought, man, she's been the most stable of them all. The bulls I obviously don't know.
Yeah, they're very, very relaxed.
Aggro, just like
Yeah, but they're normally very relaxed, the bulls. I mean, generally, I haven't had much issue with the Eddies.
No, the ones that I've seen here, I mean, I've been treating these ones with a little bit of respect because I don't know them yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been past the vehicle and they've been very relaxed. But today they were, I think that other vehicle, what's the name?
Yeah, and then also with the bull coming in, and they didn't see him.
Behind him.
Ah.
See, Piet came right behind him there at the edge of the dam.
I didn't see that. I was watching the other ones.
Yeah, that's why he came across. Anyway.
Well, black and sighting. Yeah. Marty, I'm chatting to one of the Leadwood homeowners who was with us in the elephant sighting. It looked like they might have headed up on Leperdam Oos. Humphrey was coming down to see if they'd come through from that side. Yeah. Cool, enjoy. I'm going to sit here with the big boy for a bit. Can't see where she's gone. But that was quite exciting. Oh, there she goes. She's off to join the rest of the herd. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Well, I would have Marty, but he's off to go see if he can follow up on the rest of the herd. I know, these bulls are very much adjusted to their new home. Let's move a little bit, Andrew. Can hear the other ellies just up there, not too far away. Yep, he's finished causing mayhem, sent everyone in panics, and now he's just going to munch on a round leaf teak, one of an elephant's favorite foods. I call them elephant lollipops. They absolutely love a bit of round leaf teak. Can hear a tree being shook behind us somewhere. Almost say goodbye, round leaf teak. Now, we're definitely successful in our afternoon mission, which was to find the heffalumps. Oh, that sounds like a big tree going over. So peaceful now compared to the pandemonium of a few minutes ago. Sounds like some of the ellies might be coming back down towards the water, or the herd at least. There we go, 6 tons, almost invisible. Here we go, there's the rest of the herd walking past us over here, or some of them at least. See his ears waving.
Cleared for Birdman. Standby. Evening, Piers. Can I make a turn at your water hole, please, just to see if the cheetah is still there?
Okay. Wow. Should we go look for a leopard?
We're leaving the cheetah sighting with Odd in charge. They're heading south towards Lowveld.
So yeah, that's the female cheetah with the remaining cub on the opposite side of the reserve. We'll have to get there at some point this week to go follow up on her. The herd moved into here. Oh, they're still around. At the young bull. Looks like the young bull. I definitely saw a cow go across here. They're actually quite spread. Oh, here's Cheeky Chops. CC, Cheeky Chops. Hello, Cheeky Chops. You're not going to cause a huge amount of havoc today, Cheeky Chops. I've had enough elephant havoc for one afternoon. Lest we have Cheeky Chops deciding to cause trouble as well. Oh, he's already starting. Oh, Cheeky Chops. Oh, Cheeky Chops. Are you already starting your nonsense? Well, he's got a nice bit of Gruyere by the looks of things. Actually, no, a bit red for Gruyere. Maybe Marula. I thought he was going to do his normal inspection of us. Oh, he might still. Full of life, that little boy. Okay. Just over 2 years old now. Oh, keep going right, Andrew. Look at that back leg scratch. Oh, no, back leg scratch. She's finished scratching her foot. Nah, I think the herd have decided time to move into the block. That big boy on his way behind us again. Is he behind us? Yeah. Oh, he's over there. It is the same one. Oh, there goes a whole tree behind us. Oof. A big bull just pushed down a tree. Hi, elephants. As I said, let's go look for that female leopard that Gareth and Andrew were tracking this morning. So they lost their tracks very close to where just before this water hole. What if I don't? There it is, that's what I look for. Leaving Humphrey with elephants on Lowveld Oos. The herd seems to be slowly mobile south. The big bull is at the junction Lowveld down Oos, Lowveld down South. He's just pushed over a marula. I think he'll be feeding here for a while. Yeah, not a marula, it's an acacia, but he's just pushed over a big knobthorn. I think he's going to get stuck into those roots full of all those nutrients. Sorry, correction, push down a knobthorn. Well, let's go see if we can find a kitty. We've had a fantastic elephant afternoon. And as you guys can see, I've got a new hat, so very fancy, from our incredible sponsors Rogue. It's based off the old bush hats from the 60s and 70s. So made out of canvas, so nice and tough and durable, stops the thorns getting in my head. Another thing that stops the thorns are incredible tyres from Dunlop. It's not uncommon, particularly after if that female leopard was lying up close to you after a big commotion like those elephants made, for her to sneak through and have a look. But so far just the setting sun over Lowveld. Michael says very snazzy. Yes, I agree. My snazzy hat. I think I shall refer to it as that. My snazzy hat. We're being charged by a crested francolin. Incredibly gorgeous birds when you look at them closely. Very striking markings. These ones are particularly relaxed. Oh, more coming. Oh, Andrew, on the right, there's a little bird. Quite a nice one. Yeah. Now let's see who can ID this bird. Oh, there it is, hopping around. Let's see who's got their binoculars on. Who can ID this? Gorgeous little thing hopping around. It should pop out into the open now. There you go. Do-do-do. And he caught something. Not making it too easy for you guys. Not showing you his front. There we go. Sort of. Let's see if he pops up. Oh, well, let's see if there was enough for anyone. Oh, he's still there. Jump. There we go. Now he's a bit more visible. See if we can get him. Come, turn around, turn around. There we go. There, you should be able to ID him from that. Very pretty. And these francolins are making the cutest little talking to each other as they're feeding right next to us now. Nice to spend some time with the birds while we're listening for leopards. Well done, Michael. White-browed scrub robin, you are spot on. To hear right now is monkey's alarm calling or impala alarm calling. Try to lead us to the leopard. Okay, let's go see if the tracks come out on the other side. Okay, let's go. This is quite not an uncommon route for this the Kuru 2-3 female leopard. Come to Leopard Dam and then she cuts across and then she either comes up towards our house or then goes back down to Lumunda. And it's nice that we're spending so much time out that we are really sort of starting to learn her routes and her routines. Now, of course, wild animal, they can change them just, and this might be at this time of the year she likes that. She is quite a young female, so it might change again. It might change on pressure from other females or from males, but at the moment we are learning her habits and the areas she likes to frequent quite nicely. Oh wow, Mary, I can't believe a white-browed scrub robin's a new one for your list. Well, I'm happy it is. There's a big game path that cuts parallel through here that female leopard likes to use. This road's going to loop around. I want to check when we get there. See if there are any tracks. Yes, we do get vultures quite a lot. The normal ones, I've seen white-backed, hooded, white-headed, lappet-faced and cape here. but white-backed and Cape are probably white-backed, Cape and hooded are the ones we probably see the most. There's a Cape vulture breeding colony up in the mountains not far from us. But vultures overall are having a pretty torrid time of it at the moment. There's been mass poisoning events in Mozambique and South Africa, and all vultures in Africa are endangered currently. So it is a tough time, and actually in the upcoming weeks we will be getting John Davey from Endangered Wildlife Trust's vulture program to come on to That's Wild, and we'll discuss the threats and imminent threats to vultures and what's being done to try and mitigate that at the moment. But of course, remember, in about an hour and a half, I guess, what is the time now? In about an hour and 20 minutes, it will be time for That's Wild again with Gareth, and that's all with Marine from the Ingwe Leopard Research Project, and we'll be learning all about urban leopards and citizen science with Marine and Gareth tonight. And remember, that is free to air. Anyone can watch it on our YouTube. But to ask questions, you do need to become. And I nearly forgot about the keyword. So you guys can win your high-res photograph of the week. I nearly forgot. It's a good thing I just remembered. Have we done keywords yet this week? Not any of the drives. Naughty, naughty, naughty Brent and Gareth. This week's keyword is spots, since it's about leopards. So if you want to win a high-res print from Painted Dog TV, you need to go onto the Painted Dog TV app, click on the Contact Us tab, and write the keyword spots. That will get you a high-res photograph. I'm almost 100% certain it's going to be a leopard, since it is a leopard show this week. And you may print it, you can use it as a screensaver, a phone background, whatever you like. So go onto the Painted Dog TV app and click on the Contact Us tab and type in spots to get your weekly print from Painted Dog. Last week was, of course, a photograph of the magnificent Super Tusker Izolweni. I hope lots of you managed to get that one. And that is, of course, only open to BUCK members. Watching Andrew get ready for drive today, and I saw him take out all the big jackets, and I was thinking, don't think we're going to need the jackets today, my friend. Yes.
I just confirmed they're across Lowveld Drive and heading towards the river.
Oh, what a beautiful evening. What a beautiful evening. Whoa! Nearly got whacked by a stick. I've had a few good ones and I've driven over them and they've whacked me. But it's jumpy these days, those jumpy sticks. Michael. Thank you, Michael. So exciting. The Gareth PDTV is experiencing the new look pack era, finding ways to include everyone, but also finding ways to add more members to the pack. Yes, thank you. And we are working on some other interesting stuff. Charles and I have been chatting about it, but that will be launched a little bit later. As a lot of you know, I've got a very busy next couple of weeks, months coming up, but you'll be in the capable hands of the rest of the pack. I'm leaving in early September, and I'll only be back in early October, and I'll be doing some distance over that period. Be in Botswana, Cape Town, and then northern Mozambique, with a few other stops along the way. But yeah, I'll be heading down to Cape Town on the 4th of September for MIP TV, a TV broadcasters conference. We meet some potential new clients, because one day, and I know we'll get there, you will be seeing Painted Dog on TV as well as on YouTube. We're not going to forget about all the YouTube stuff and whatnot, but that will also be on TV, and we've got some interesting non-live projects that we've been working on for 4 years, 5 years, some of them, that we are looking to sell now. And then of course I go off on private safari with some of our wonderful pack members, which will be an absolute treat. From Cape Town to Kruger, we're going to be staying in a fantastic Lubombo concession, Singita Lubombo, and then we'll also be staying on the Rietspruit Game Reserve, so the ladies will be hopefully seeing the elephants and the lions and the cheetahs we see every day on live safaris. And then we'll be flying up to the desert in Botswana, and then from there into the northern reaches of Botswana along the Kondo River, where I grew up. And it's going to be very, very exciting. So I'm going to take a chance to see if I can find a brown hyena. I think it's that time of the day. Let's go see if we can find a brown hyena. Yeah, slight change of plans. I want to find a brown hyena. I'm going to go this way first. Okay, I'm going to get to the next road that cuts off to the southern boundary, and then see if we can find a brown hyena. Right time of the day to start looking. Good luck with brown hyena along this stretch. In the last 2 weeks or so. Hopefully we will find a den this dry season. We are. That's the trip to northern Mozambique. Is a treater relocation, and it's not going to be live. It is probably it's like when we went to Zambia. We're going to one of the most rural places in Africa. To get signal out of there is a bit challenging. The last spot I saw that brown hyena was around here. And I tend to like to walk this boundary. Them told me you actually had a spotted hyena visitor in camp last night at about 11. Came to drink at Critter, not at Critter Cam, at the Campan. We will be filming it, Di. It will be filmed, it just won't be live, so you'll get to know all about it. Marcy, you're referring to the desert in Botswana, or the northern Botswanan, or northern Mozambique. There's a chance at a couple of different species. So obviously brown hyenas in the desert areas of Botswana. So great place to look for brown hyenas. Meerkats is another great one we'll be seeing in the Kalahari. There's always a good chance at aardvark in the desert. We should be seeing part of the zebra migration in the Makgadikgadi. And then up to northern Botswana, lots, everything, dogs, cheetahs, lions. We're going there for everything. It's incredible at that time of the year. You can see 1,000, 2,000 elephants in your first hour of game drive as they come down onto the Kondo River out of the Mapani Veldt. There's wild dogs, good populations of wild dogs, good populations of cheetah, lots of lions, lechwe, sitatunga, all sorts. In Mozambique, we might be seeing Sunni antelope, which is a tiny little forest-dwelling antelope, nyala, bushbuck, reedbuck. But yeah, very, very exciting times to be going to all these wonderful places. The Zambezi Delta is something that's been on my bucket list of sort of places out of the sort of beaten and known track to get to. And I've managed to get to quite a few of them in my life. I've been to Congo, I've been to the Congo Basin Forest in Gabon and Congo and Nzala. I got to live in the Salou Game Reserve. I've been to the far reaches of the Kafui and the Luangwa, the Bangwelu wetlands. But Zambezi Delta, where the Zambezi River goes to sea, is one of those sort of magical places that I've read about, and all the stories from yesteryear when the herds of 50, 60,000 buffalo across the floodplains, lots of elephants, and just a really, really special part of the year. Big herds of sable as well. And I read a lot of all the old hunting books and explorers books from that area and from yesteryear, and it's just one of those places that's always been very high up on my personal bucket list. It's not really an easy place to go on safari. It's far, it's difficult to get to, but I'm very excited to get there. Maybe a little bit late. I've normally seen the brown hyena earlier in the day. But it's not over yet. Not over till the hyena whoops, the lions roar, the elephant trumpets. What's that? What is that? Nah, not a hyena. I got a little bit excited there. I hope you guys are getting excited for That's Wild with Gareth and Marine. In about an hour's time, I will be enjoying it from FC. It's going to be very, very, very fascinating to learn about the work Marine's doing with leopards. I'm sure there'll be lots of wonderful stories to be told. Us hyenas not playing along today. Such a special time of the day to be in the bush. Hoping for a last minute jackal or something on the airstrip. Look at that. Our pleasure, Michael. A very fun drive. Nice to spend some time with the Ellies. Janine says, I'm excited it's Sunday. I'm never sure what day it is lately. Well, we can maybe, we've got a few minutes left. We can sneak in on the preparations for That's Wild. See if we can, see if there's anything happening. So off to the left, we can't really see in. There's our boma, where we host That's Wild from. And I can see the trees. The tree is already lit up. So the ambiance in the background. I don't see anyone in the set, so they must be quite ready and prepared. Look, there's Gareth walking out, getting ready for That's Wild. Here we go. You excited, Gareth? For That's Wild. We were trying to see if we could catch someone sneakily on camera, but we were trying to get the people who don't like being on camera.
I think they caught wind of watching.
Oh, did they hear me in final control and they hid? Yes, we can see Brian. There's Brian looking up over his computer screens. Can you get him from there, Andrew? Yeah. There's Brian. Say hi, Brian. Oh. We don't let him out from behind the computers too often, you know. I can hear Yana hiding in there somewhere. Everyone's hiding from us. And there's a very jealous Claw. There you go. Yana's decided to come. Oh, come say hi. Come say hi, baby. And we can always, it's always good to end the live with a wild dog. You can bring her to your dad. Yes. Oh,
Hello,
hi,
everyone.
Special. There's Yana. Hi, Special. Say hello to the people, Special. Have you been a good girl? Have you been good? Have you been good? Oh, kisses. Oh,
Walks up
kisses.
to me, she's like, what are you doing over here? Staring awkwardly at my pole.
There you go. So there we go. Claw is going to be watching That's Wild. She wouldn't miss a minute of it. Neither will I, of course. Hey, Claw, you're just happy you're back from drive, and you're just sad you couldn't go on drive, hey? Okay, so it's been wonderful. A big thank you to our sponsors, Rogue, Stanley, Lead Lenser, and Dunlop. And thank you to Claw for being the best dog. Hey, so grumpy because Dad's been away. And don't forget to join Gareth and Marine in an hour for That's Wild, focusing all on leopard conservation. I know something that a lot of you are very, very passionate about. And if you haven't told your friends to go watch That's Wild, go do so right now. Bye! You're very spoilt here on the Rietspruit Reserve. How awesome is that, guys? Right past the front of our truck. Look at that, everybody. They are just unreal.